Asempa Fm we fie BM
94.7 Asempa Fm so ne yekosi sanju medie no wasogo so a utie no yere mu nyina se medin dio say bonsu from obi many honorable John Jenapo and AD enkomo ye hwe the recent announcement at PRC yeah efa electricity tariff increment 11.17% and ye gazetted tariff no ade omode atudwa. Subsequently, I was PDS and Sweden Recona Eba after adding up all the other statutory charges. In this case, the public lighting levy and a national electrification scheme levy. Now, the service charge and so account for residential customers and a non-residential. And so, apart from three way, no was here to VAT, ne NHIL, ne Sanyo Manina at the account. We would wait for the record and after who said the Nyoma ABC Ako. There are some messages here. Ma mention se metimi akan kakra na afemene honorable John Jenapo etumi atwaso. One of the things there was honorable no the power purchase agreement because what people have said and they said some PPAs are signed here in the heat of doom so to make sure say you bet me a solve the situation now I say babu bosu bebre dodo a jumpy installed capacity at the cost road available power no na enshada enye bebresa but most of these PPAs no na you take or pay to your capacity charges and it's answer same bebre JJ o ka ho den
ne de kan matisa in some way obia enshada ma specific plant a yen hia was system demand. Do you need a Mary? If you take a Mary off, you bring load shedding. Do you need car power? We car power, you bring load shedding. And next day, I buy a car power no. 10 years now, you sign here no. Almost 20 years. So where from this issue say you don't need them? I mean, it doesn't make sense, master.
How many PPAs were signed under you? Yes, signed PPAs saying.
Yes, I me. Tama me be a minister. Effective PPAs are me share.
Yes.
In Rule 6.
But before obey minister, they are signing.
Oh, be great free president go for breso. I can just check it for you. ECG for my omutema PPAs here 14.
Okay.
In all.
At the time, I'm taking over. Okay, total PPAs.
Everything 14. Yes.
Okay.
Into this, you sign PPAs, no. I don't know where it's coming from. Number 2, me pacho, you see, two emria.
No, actually, yes.
Where you document honorable Boache Jako, and the can for it a sign at the brain our parliament.
Okay.
Page 20. ECG's current generation costs. At the end of 2016, Ghana's average generation cost at 15 US cents per kilowatt hour were lower than in many countries in the region, including Cameroon 16 cents, Malawi 16 cents, Uganda 16 cents, Kenya 22 cents. Few countries in Africa had lower generation cost than Ghana, which includes Zambia and South Africa. This is the minister. This is something he has signed it. And America. This is the minister was signing. Say Ghana, yeah, cost of energy,
yes,
lower than most of the West African countries. And it's okay, election time.
Cost of energy from
generation. Yes, it's the generation that matters. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you assign PPAs in the Ghana bo, your cost of power, the whole of Africa. Okay, in the heat of the election.
Yes.
2017 Abuacha Jacoba Parliament only can for that and a signed document way to get the ECG concession approval. That's what they are telling us on official document.
So your cost no from than the rest of Africa.
The most of the countries. And I mentioned the countries. I'm not saying it.
But how about countries and so on? The from saying
go and check their generation mix. Ghana cannot be number one all the time.
Yes.
But at least if on the average, Minister Nancy, as at the end of 2016, despite all these thermal plants, your generation cost is lower than most countries are. It tells you say nyankrofo no. It's neither here nor there.
But maybe the argument and they say we could have gotten far lower than
so
we have now.
So let's go there now. So this argument say Ghana's tariff is the highest. No, it's not true. So let's settle that. Is it me a professor you be fun you know Marco. Then you then go and say we could have been higher. Then you ask how?
Yeah.
Metisias you take or pay. When is a buida may take or pay? Do you know that?
You are telling me.
You don't know? We went for a facility from the Chinese.
Yes.
Any DABC. Whether we sell power from Buidam or not, we will pay that amount.
For the loan, no?
Yeah, that is it. I'm going to be the loan. At the plant in ABC.
Yes.
What's your what the plant is? You mean to plant into loan?
No, but that's not the issue of take or pay.
Take or pay has to do with the capacity charge.
Yes.
And do you know what capacity charge does? It's for capital recovery. And then the fixed O&M. Capital recovery simply means in Ghana we do 70-30.
Yeah. 70%
of debt maximum, 30% of equity lower. So you then use that to find the WACC and then use the weighted average cost of capital no, to determine yes or demand.
In terms of capacity charge.
That is it.
But the point Uncle Fire and say, and I think with this, you know, I was say a share because I know say year on year demand for power according to Energy Commission around 12%.
So let me deal with that one. Abapa this year on year. Go and read the 2019 Energy Commission outlook.
Yes.
Your excess capacity is just about 500. They anticipate said this year will consume 300 more. We'll just be left with 200.
Your excess capacity is 500 megawatts.
The dependable. You see, and people go and take your friend is saying install capacity. Sure. Tiku.
Yes.
Very soon, a be free system. Mines reserve plant, a be free.
Okay.
We your rating of 400, but effectively, we only say 100.
Yeah.
Until you go install capacity, now the buyer argument, you will lose it. Let me give you an example. Your first time I had load shedding in Ghana, major one, 1984.
Yes.
1984.
Yes.
Asempa Fm.
You see a cost of modem. You see in 1972 near. At that time, 912 megawatts. Ghana's peak demand was 100 megawatts.
Yes.
The Nakana 300, I say 350. Thereabout. Echo smelter no.
Yeah. Valco.
So what hydro? Now hydro constitute 1020
now.
Plus no more than that. Plus 400 plus 0.1. You have 1,500.
Okay, 1020 near Kosombo.
Yes.
400 bui.
Any
Okay.
You have 1,500
Okay.
just for the sake of argument. Now your history, you lose 70% there. What does that mean?
And you're reliable.
You must watch that.
You must.
Because we've witnessed it severally. From 1984, we've been witnessing it.
Yeah.
2015, load shedding you know. Now you just 30% of the rated capacity of these hydro plants. Can you imagine 70% of 1,005? What it translates to? That's about 1,000 or 900 megawatts.
Yeah, megawatts.
In the number, because your excess capacity of 900, you can choose not to have that excess capacity, but then you must be prepared for load shedding.
Yeah.
And that is a fact. In a year, look, if you look at our projections, Ameri 5 years, we'll own it. AXA 5 years, Mongo. After 5 years, no, more person must stay. We take and pay. Car power, any 10 years, because we wanted to put car power in the West. Send your buyer and no new plant about consuming gas, no, because ENI gas, no, you must consume it.
Yes.
Into the Yanfa car power 450, no, and call Western region, and call Daho, and consuming gas in my so that it no longer becomes capacity charge issue based on merit dispatch order. No, you better dispatch car power. Because it makes economic sense. And you say people be sorry no since PPAs, but PPA and you Number 2, you increase access rate. You buy power. Now access rate is 54.
Yeah.
You call 83.25.
Yeah.
Because you must increase access rate. Over the past 2 years, MPP by almost 0.5% per annum. So you say you have excess capacity, and yet you are not expanding electricity. And your projections, they say the 150 Kobokina, the facility from Agence France de Développement. It's a great for upgrade your lines, no, from 161 to 330 kVA. because of this tariff issue in mismanagement, grid cost current ratio deteriorated by about 9.9 as a 0.6. Until AFD for some more muskano. So that project is hanging. So we cannot export that power. And look, it's very easy to just hold one leg of the energy situation and make politics out of it. But so we are buying, you must think in totality, have a holistic view, and think of the future.
But the argument among for against more NSA, for example, I mean, one the rationale behind the PPAs, even under War 6, the NAWA who supervise say, say, people have argued, say, and there's already a peak low demand around 2,400, almost 2,500. Installed capacity you was here, almost 4,500 megawatts. Of course, I know interested in active and more available supply, but so was 4,500. Now, what it then means, and it's a lot of the plants will be idle. Say idle, say as part of the agreement, what sign take or pay. It's a problem on the taxpayer.
We know how to deal with this thing simple. Let them tell us which plants are idle. Are you to your capacity charges? That's all. Doesn't that make sense?
And as the energy committee, you don't know.
We've asked them because they take or pay ones are the Access, the Ameris, and the Car Powers. And they are firing today. They are the most reliable plants. They are. Say, boy, let them come and tell us, look, Ameri fire edaho. We entered about 3 weeks ago. Ameri's availability is about 97%. You can't get any plant better than that. And you're going to own that plant and use it for another 20 years. And you say that a misjudgment.
And the argument, they say, yes, you agree, say, your installed capacity acquire that much. But as we speak, plant be anywhere idle, you to your capacity charge on.
No, I haven't said so. There could be one plant or the other at some point in time. Idle. But I'm saying that one we Ghana generation mix, taking hydro and the old Tico Tapco plant into consideration. You need these plants.
Even if they are idle.
They are not. One may be, but I'm saying that one, Kapawa is not idle. Ameri is not idle. These are the main plants. Your argument,
Okay.
And this will be them other plants be a idler. Ye capacity charges.
But even under you, who signed 6 PPAs?
Me can say 6 came. Who signed 6 and not just 6 number. You stagger them. Jacobson Mai, Amandi Mai.
And for Jacobson and Amandi, once we've signed on the PPA, are you saying
you don't pay anything? There be until they declare availability. How can you pay for capacity charge when the person is not available? No, that's not how it works. It's and not just he must declare availability. Say me person me demand. No man can say me pay. Then the issue of capacity comes in. And it doesn't work that way.
Okay.
And I think the kind of and number 2, look, you were in crisis. So only crisis situations are different. When you are in crisis and you want to save your industry, you must make a decision. And that is why by the end of 2015, we brought load shedding to an end.
On Asempa Fm.
It's a decision we took. You can falter us, you can disagree with us. We had a problem, we had to deal with that problem. And we decisively, comprehensively, in a holistic manner, dealt with that challenge. The challenges were 3. Fuel challenge, generation challenge, and financial challenge. By the time we're leaving, we had put a foothold on all of this. Generation had been dealt with. Fuel had been dealt with because we have handed over 3 FPSOs. FPSO Tamils, FPSO Kufo, FPSO Kwame Nkrumah. Today, Ghana's indigenous gas is the main bulwark supporting thermal plants. Young indigenous gas, and not just thermal plants. More than 50% of LPG are consuming nano. Every atuabo plant. Look, in 2016, you imported 12 parcels of crude oil, light crude oil, and then you imported light crude oil. Do you know the effect? We are saving $300 million. annually, every year, $300 million and we are no more doing that. That bolsters your economy, you save money, and also bolsters your currency. It's very easy for people to draw all kinds of conclusions. But when you sit in that chair and you have to make a decision, you take so many factors into consideration.
How do you take it? Say, a review, most of the PPAs are all signed.
ECG4 appeared before us. How many PPAs have been cancelled? ECG confirmed says 0.
Review doesn't necessarily mean cancel.
Maybe that's number one. How many PPAs have you reviewed?
Yes.
None. The only PPA review I had buyer, America, and you know the history of America.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know what America led us to. Into this issue is neither here nor there. May try Axane car power, dear.
Okay.
Because look.
But is AXA firing?
Oh yes.
AXA firing?
Yeah, 100 megawatts.
Okay.
They are available.
Okay.
Young fan say mediocre. I say me tria in 5 years. Every year me tria 1 million. No abaka say Debbie me tria 1 million. Tria 800. What is 200 me boy? The 800 no tria 5 years. Oh tria 800 for 10 years. You can't rush to come and tell me that you've made a savings of 200 million per year. Because 1 million per year for 5 years is not the same as 800 per year for 10 years.
Okay.
You then need to discount the cash flows, no, and find the present value and determine, say, look, am I better off or worse off? Until when these young crop will be true figures about that, we are waiting for them. Sana okay, Ameri. Yes, you owe the tariff capacity charge and you're saving money. But then you are giving it to them for 20 years instead of 2 years to end. So when we run the figures, it won't add up. Indeed, Masa, we will continue to engage.
Okay.
Yeah, dear. We are available.
Okay.
Baby, I say you my advice, no. You be my advice. Baby, you sure. A baby one. You beka. Then you know Ghana for why? Oh man, yeah, dear. We want a better country. We want a better Ghana. Indeed, if there are issues, and we are prepared to have. Me, okay, I've always accepted to debate Omwa, their ministers and everything. I may even get some of the things wrong. I can't be right all the time.
We are all learning.
But then we are building a solid nation, a nation that is very prosperous, a nation that the politics be frafra. Because tariff, I say me, when did the president start announcing tariffs? Aba. Ade. Ghana, yes, Remu pa ya pamuchao. Ghana for. Yeah, you dear watch and Nadia Monti and you from Chow. Many of it does it. But where are you? Where are Daniel Energy Expert? Oh,
Monsieur Free on Kakanka Calvin, in the John Janapo and the attending Canico C saying Sunny, Asempa 94.7 FM. Maminfa we increment your birthday today, Mrs. Christiana Nano, wife of Pastor Stephen Nano of Community 16 Church of Pentecost. From Elder Samuel Ajeman to you, Mrs. Christiana Nano. Oh yes, of Mame Bakope. Community 16 District Church of Pentecost. Yes, of Mame and happy birthday to you. Live to be 94.7 and beyond. TOA.
Chingovi.